How's it going, everyone? I hope you're doing well. This is System Test 21 with my first fire alarm demonstration board. I have this older Faraday fire alarm pull station. The model of it is 10123-1, and it's often called the arrow handle pull station because you can see the handle looks like an arrow. It's a very unique vintage pull station. I'd say it's probably one of my favorite vintage pull stations in my collection just because of its unique design. Up here, we have a simplex mechanical chime. The model of it is 2902-9207. Some people call these hospital chimes because they were often found in older hospitals. And this is a real physical chime. If you've seen some other chime strobes in my videos, or even you've watched videos or seen chime strobes, they are pretty much just a speaker with a pre-programmed tone on the inside. But this is a real chime. It's really similar to a bell. On the inside is a motor assembly, and when it is powered on, it strikes this chime plate to make its unique chime tone. These were originally produced by Faraday, and Simplex rebranded them. Beside of it, we have a vintage Honeywell strobe. I forget the model of it, but I will put it on screen if you are curious to what it is. I got this brand new in the box. It's really nice. It's actually made by Wheelock, and if you are familiar with Wheelock 7002Ts, here's one, you might recognize the strobe because it's pretty much a Wheelock 7002T strobe turned like this. And just like the Wheelock 7002T, the strobe on this one flashes very, very fast. So it's really unique, and I thought it'd be nice pairing it up with the mechanical chime. The chime is being coded to California code by the panel, which is a Firelight MS9200 UDLS addressable panel. So let's go ahead and pull it. Here we go. Let's go ahead and silence the system. Silence that. And California code is pretty much just continuous with pauses. And there's the Honeywell strobe flashing away. So pretty unique. Some other devices I have on the system is this Chemitronics heat detector. It is fixed temperature and rate of rise. It's conventional and being monitored by this Firelight monitor module. I have a Firelight SD355 addressable photoelectric smoke detector and a Firelight BG12LX addressable pull station. Let's move on to the next system, which is the conventional one. I have a Firelight MS5UD 5-zone panel, a Firelight ANN80 annunciator. Here is a Gamewell Century pull station, and just like the Faraday arrow handle, this is also a vintage pull station. Again, one of my favorites too, actually. Here is a EST SIGA addressable pull station, or was addressable. I converted it to conventional, single action. Simplex key switch, and up here I have a System Sensor L series horn strobe. It's 2-wire and has a 95 candela strobe. It's multi-candela, and that's what I have it set to. And the horn is currently set on the 3K tone, which I like to call the smoke alarm tone, but I get made fun of in the comments for calling it that, but it pretty much sounds like a smoke alarm. Beside of it is a Faraday remote strobe. It's very small because it's a single gang strobe, and it has this little magnifier lens on it, as you can tell. And there are versions that do not have it. Like here's my second demo board. Here's a Cerberus Pyrotronics MTL horn strobe with the same strobe on it because Faraday produced these, but you can see this does not have the magnifier and this one does. And if you want to see this horn strobe, you can check out my previous system test with this board. But anyways, up here is a Gentex Commander 4 horn strobe, and it is set to 75 candela. And just like the L series, it's on the 3K tone. That sounds like a smoke alarm. Both of these are on code 3. And then I have a simplex smoke detector with a heat detector on it. I forget the model, it's 2098 something. So anyways, let's pull it with the Gamewell Century. Oops. Let's silence that. The L series is not doing audible silence because it is 2-wire, but the Faraday strobe and the Gentex Commander 4 are doing audible silence. I'm going to reset the Gamewell Century now. And we can reset this system. If I can get the screwdriver in place. Oops. Almost had it. This pull station can be tricky to reset one-handed. There we go. All reset. I'm going to place that down. And we can reset the system with the annunciator. There it goes. And we are now all reset. Coming back to this system, we can do something I feel like I haven't done in a few system tests, and that is activating the Firelight SD355, which I'll be using the magnet test on it. And we can check the alarms that are activated on the panel. It says pull station left, which is the Faraday arrow handle. And if I scroll, it says smoke photo SD355, obviously that. So let's do some resetting. Since we just tested that, it'll reset by itself when we reset the system. Place this down and grab one of my multi-tools I have. This is an interesting pull station because to reset it, it requires a triangle screwdriver, which is very uncommon. I guess Faraday did that to prevent tampering. So you can see if my camera will focus, maybe not, but this is a triangle bit on the screwdriver. So we twist it this way, it opens up. There's the inside, and you slide this up and close it. This also might be difficult one-handed. See if I can do it. So I have it closed. Now I need to turn. See if I can turn up my finger. Okay, let's try this one more time. I'm going to put the screwdriver in first, push this up, close it, and then try to turn it all the way. And I think I got it. Yep, there we go. It's all reset. Now we will reset the system. Okay, there was a little lag to that for some reason. Close up the door and move on to the next thing, which I think will be this system. And let's do this smoke detector. To test the smoke detector, I will be using this smoke detector tester spray, Smoke Centurion. So here we go. Silence with the annunciator. So there's the LED saying it's activated. Let's twist this off, and which we will get a trouble because we took it off. We can see if I scroll, it says trouble, 2-wire detector, open fault. There's the head. The model of it is 2098-9202. And we'll place it back on its base. I didn't even air it out. That was the point of me taking it off, which I did want to see the model. But hopefully it's aired out now. I kind of waved it around a bit. There we go. Panel no longer has a trouble, and we can reset this system. Let's now activate the Chemitronics heat detector with this lighter. Here we go. It shouldn't take long. And yes, that was a mislabel. I know it says smoke, but that's a heat detector. So anyways, let's let this heat detector cool down because it's pretty warm, obviously. Okay, some time has passed and the heat detector is all cooled down, so we can now reset this system. And I have one more thing I'd like to test out for this video, and that would be activating both systems at the same time. So underneath the Simplex key switch, I have this toggle switch, and when I flip it to the left, it will link both systems together, so if one system goes off, the other one will go off, and vice versa. So I think we will activate this EST pull station, which will set off this system, and then trigger the addressable system. So all of the alarms here will be going off at the same time. And this is still resetting, so whenever it's done, which it is now, we can pull it. To activate both the systems, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's silence everything. And there we go, audible silence in both systems. To reset this pull station, we need the EST key, which looks like this. It's one of my favorite keys because it says fire alarm. And we put the key in, turn it, open up the station, flip the switch down, push the handle back up, and close it. And just like that, we are ready to reset both of these systems, which can be a bit tricky because if you are not fast enough, you can cause one of the panels to re-alarm. But this panel takes longer to reset compared to this panel, so I do have some more time. And press reset. So that will conclude System Test 21 with my first fire alarm demonstration board. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know in the comment section below what your favorite alarm was that you saw in this video. And yeah, if you have any questions, also feel free to ask in the comment section below. And check out some of the other system tests I have on my channel. I have many others with many other types of alarms. That's all for this video. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.